coming to Hammarskjold Middle School. The school may look big and intimidating the first time you walk through the doors, but believe me, once you're here for a short time, it'll feel like a second home.
Many parents and students have questions about the school. We thought it would be great for you to hear from some of the students what our questions and concerns were and how we've adjusted to life at HMS.
So, what did you think when you first saw our school?
I saw that it was really big and I was kind of nervous at first.
I felt really nervous and anxious.
It's a whole huge big school and I see all levels in the windows and stuff and I'm just like, I'm gonna get so lost.
I really was nervous because I thought I was going to get lost, and I thought I was going to be late to class, and I thought that was going to get me in big trouble.
I thought maybe I wouldn't be able to get to class on time.
When I first came to Hammarskjold, I was like, it's a pretty big school, and I was thinking, how am I gonna get around?
When I first saw the school, I always thought it was going to be really big, but then I realized that all my classes are in one general area because of the houses, and then the school didn't seem so big anymore and it was easy.
It was pretty big, it was way bigger than I thought I was going to get lost, but I ended up being okay and I really enjoy it.
Were you worried that you might not have students that you knew in your house or that you might not see your friends from elementary school? How did you adjust?
So I was definitely afraid that I wasn't gonna have any of my friends in my house or any of my classes. But then I saw that I knew a lot of kids from other schools that were going to be in my house or in some of my classes. So once I realized that some of my friends from soccer and CCD and other after-school activities, they were in my house, I was kind of more comfortable.
You make new friends. You'll sit next to someone that you don't know and you'll say hi and then you get to know each other and then you make a new friend.
I was really nervous at first, then I thought about it and I was like, this is my chance to make new friends and have new relationship with other people. So then I realized it's not that bad to not have most of my friends in the same house, but I knew I was going to have some of my friends.
It worked out good. I made some friends already and I also have some friends in some of my classes as well.
I did end up meeting a lot of my old friends, and I ended up making a lot more new friends.
So I made lots of new friends, and I have classes with them and I sit with them at lunch. I met a lot of new friends as well, and I just have so many new friends along with seeing a lot of my old friends.
I like making new friends. It's cool to make new friends too. I still hang out with my old friends though.
On the first day of school, were you able to find your classes? If you got lost, who helped you?
Actually, yes. During 7-8 period, I went to my 9-10 period, and I was just sitting in the classroom, and the teacher just walks up to me and says, "Are you sure you're on the roster?" And I say, "I'm pretty sure, isn't it period 9-10?" She says, "No, it's period 7-8.
Yeah, when it said, oh, the art classroom is right there, I went to the one before that.
Yes, someone did help me find my classes because my friends mainly had the same classes as me sometimes, so we worked together and we found our classes.
On the first day of school, I did get a little bit lost, but there were a lot of teachers in the hallways to help me out and tell me which direction to go to find my classes.
When we were walking through the halls, we carry our agenda. Our agenda serves as a hall pass while in school, but we write our homework assignments in it too. It helps us stay organized.
It has a map of the school, a place to write our schedule, and we also write in our bus and activity bus number so we know where we are going at the end of the day.
A lot of kids are nervous about lockers. One of the best ways to get ready to use them is to practice. I got a combination lock from the dollar store and practiced opening it. The locks on the lockers at Hammarskjold are attached to the lockers. You don't have to ring your own.
How many times do you go to your locker every day? Have you ever had trouble at your locker? If so, what did you do?
The first day of school, I was having a little bit of trouble, but once I got used to it, I was able to figure it out, and now I'm like a pro.
Yeah, somebody did help me with my locker. It was a teacher that helped me open my locker. She taught me how to the way we're supposed to open the locker.
I did have a locker problem. I got the wrong code since the highest number was 49, and I got over like 60 and 70s, so I went to the office and I got the right code.
I did have a little problem in my locker. I didn't know how to open it correctly because I went too fast. But I eventually slowed down a little and I got it open right away, and now it's really easy.
My friend Anushka came and helped me, and I was able to figure, and she showed me how to reset it, and now I can open my locker.
The elementary schools, they take a field trip to Hammarskjold, and you learn how to open the locks. And that's when I was having a problem. Like, it was really frustrating. But during orientation, they give you a paper that tells you how to do it, so that's when I got it.
Here's my locker. To open it, I used the combination that was on my schedule. I have 2 tote bags and a backpack. My morning tote has all of the books I need for the morning. I have another one for the afternoon. Some kids have 1 tote bag and they just change the books in it. I go to my locker in the morning, before and after lunch, and again before period 11. I take all the things that have to go home with me to my period 11 class so I can make the bus at the end of the day.
Lunchtime at HMS is our favorite time of day. We get to eat, see our friends, and use our phones.
My mom makes me text her every day during lunch. How many times can I tell her I love her tuna sandwich she packed?
I really like buying lunch. The cafeteria has a lot of different foods to pick from. What's your favorite?
Salad.
Burgers and tater tots.
2 days a week I buy lunch, and they have like really good food.
It's a salad because I feel like it's healthy and it's actually pretty good.
I usually get the salads because I like salads a lot, and I like to have the fruit on the side too.
It's the tacos that you get, the 2 tacos.
My favorite lunch to buy at Hammarskjold is pizza.
Compared to elementary school, it's like gourmet, and probably one of my favorite things to get is the salad here because it's a healthy option and it still fills you up. It's good.
Welcome to the HMS cafeteria. I buy my lunch every day. My favorite's the pizza, but they have all kinds of foods available. There's pizza, a hot lunch entree, which changes every day, a cold sandwich, hot sandwich, and a salad bar. There's even ice cream for dessert.
I tell the ladies behind the counter what I want and then go to the register to pay. I punch in my student ID number and the price of the lunch comes off my account.
Hey Mom, please put a little extra in there so I can get some dessert.
When I heard that there were assigned seats in the cafeteria, I was worried that I wouldn't be allowed to sit with my friends. But during the first week of school, we got to sit where we wanted, and then in the second week, we got to assign our own seats and choose where we wanted to sit for the rest of the year. I got to sit with some of my old friends from elementary school and some of my new friends from Hammarskjold.
I heard there's a lot of homework at Hammarskjold.
I heard the teachers are really mean. What did you hear? What's the real deal?
My sister would always tell me, oh, you're never gonna find your way, you'll always be late. It's so hard, like you're gonna get a lot of homework and you have a lot of tests every day.
Some people tell me that all teachers weren't that nice, but that's not true. I really like all my teachers and they're really nice.
They're not gonna take anything lightly. I feel pretty good now though, because I've been into the class and I'm in honor roll and I'm actually doing pretty good.
I heard a lot of rumors that it was very, very hard. And I, at first, thought that that rumor was true, but as I went through the school year, I learned that if you study and work hard, it's not that bad.
Well, there was this one huge rumor that many people knew that there was going to be a ton of homework, but it's not bad. Like, if you tell yourself that it's not much and that you can do it, you're usually able to do it in the time given.
They don't give you notes, you gotta copy everything from what they're saying. They don't even give you papers. You can't do this. You always have to listen. If you don't listen, you'll be perfectly fine. They give you papers. They help you. They're like, oh, this is very important. This is gonna be on the test, and you might want to write this down. They tell you that. It's the same thing as 5th grade.
When we get to Hammarskjold, many of us are taking a bus for the first time. Your bus pass can be printed from Parent Access and it shows the bus number that you will be taking and your stop.
Even though everyone is trying to leave at the end of the day, it's not so hard to find your bus.
But you do have to hurry. That's why we go to our lockers before period 11 starts. The buses have to leave Hammarskjold quickly to get to the elementary school students on time. They can't wait for you.
What do you do to get to your bus at the end of the day?
The best way to get to the bus is packing a little bit earlier than the bell.
I always remember my bus number and what the driver looks like.
I go to the front of the school first because they have 2 arrows pointing in the directions, and they'll say the number of the bus that's here or not. So if I know that my bus is there, I can see the number of it on the board, and then I would follow the signs based on that.
Yes, the signs do help me. It tells me like if the bus is on the right or the left.
Even if I do see my friends, I'll just be like, hi, see you tomorrow, bye, and then I'll walk straight to my bus to make sure I get there on time.
Some of us stay after school. We can stay after school to participate in a club or get help from a teacher.
Sometimes I miss my bus.
When we stay after, we can take an activity bus. Activities run until 3:40 on Tuesdays through Thursdays. Activity buses leave the school after the 3:40 bell rings. To get on an activity bus, we first report to the cafeteria, and as the buses pull in, we get directed to them.
Activity bus stops can be different than your regular bus stop. So we write the activity bus number and stop in your agenda. Activity bus numbers are also on your bus pass.
Clubs are a great way to have fun and to meet other students who have the same interests as you do.
Hammarskjold clubs which center on music, art, performing arts competitions, civics like student government, sports, yearbook, and other interests.
Finding out about clubs is simple. Just go to the Hammarskjold website and select clubs and activities on the green ribbon in the center of the page. There you'll find a list of available clubs with information about what they are about as well as their requirements. Next, listen to the morning announcements and look at the TVs in the cafeteria to see when interest meetings are taking place. If you missed the slides or announcements, they will be posted daily on the website as well.
Once you go to the interest meeting, you can decide if the club is for you. Your parents then go online to Community Pass and sign you up.
Simple, right?
Here's some advice for new students from us to you.
You shouldn't stress about it because you might get lost in like the first week, but then you'll get comfortable with like the size of the school and you'll get used to like walking to classes and stuff, and you'll get used to your teachers.
Don't be worried, don't stress out because it's all gonna be okay, and all the teachers are really nice and they'll help you with everything.
Always get to class on time.
Stay calm and just do good and study hard. Basic stuff you would do in elementary school.
Don't stress out about all the new things.
My parents were pretty worried when I came to Hammarskjold.
I think I was more nervous than my parents.
So who was more concerned about starting middle school, you or your parents?
My parents, because it was my first day of middle school and they were a little upset that I was getting older.
I think my parents were more nervous than I was because they were nervous that I was going to get lost and I wasn't going to be able to get to my classes on time.
Definitely my parents. They were afraid that I wasn't gonna like find my way. They were like they were telling me like, you're gonna make friends, don't worry. They were like all kind of like anxious and they wanted to see how my first day was. And I was like, it's fine, Mom, it's fine. It was awesome.
Well, I think my parents, because especially because I went to such a small elementary school, they were worried that I wouldn't be able to get to everything in time.
Well, I think I was very nervous. I don't know, I think my parents were just equally as nervous as me.
I was more nervous about Hammarskjold than my parents. They seemed pretty chillax about it. And then when I came home from the first week of school, where we just settled in, I seemed pretty fine afterwards. I felt like I was a 7th grader, I was already been here.
Don't worry, we've all been where you are now. You'll be fine. You'll find your way around.
You'll make new friends.
You'll learn to speak up for yourself and become independent.
And even if you make a mistake, it's okay, as long as you learn from it.
Remember, you can always ask someone for help. A counselor or administrator.
Teachers, office staff, aides,
custodians, and lunch servers.
Everyone's willing to help you get used to your new school. Enjoy your time here and...
Have fun at Hammarskjold!